Um, so yeah, guys, I don't think I'll be making a video about the recent income abuse cheats or like whatever. Like it's probably gonna get patched soon. But anyways, I still discourage you from playing the game entirely, mainly because like too many people are doing it. But instead, let's watch something fun, right? Let's watch a normal game with normal people, no one abusing this at all. And in a new episode of High Elo Heist. So, oops, sorry. So yeah, for my cursor being in the center. Today we're featuring a classic U.S. mirror match on Baltisk Peninsula, playing as Stryker Marine. And where do I even start? Um, I think I don't know, man. Like, if you ask me, Gordon, what's the most solid deck in the game right now? And I would probably tell you that it's going to be Stryker Marine. And there's not really much, there shouldn't really be any, arguments or like contesting like whether, which spec is better than the other. But I just think that, yeah, Stryker Marine is probably the ultimate solution to the game. Like, it has so much utility. It has the pack twos, it has bookers, and also like some of the strongest jets in the game combined, like from like two different specializations, along with really good logistics, anti-shorad, along with recon and infantry as well. So you might ask me, okay, but uh, what if like what if your opponent plays SF, right? Because SF has technically does have the best and beefiest infantry. Well, not the beefiest, but like they have the strongest infantry, to say the least. They have really good helicopters, and yeah, I do agree though the helicopter tab on this deck is rather lacking. Um, so yeah, what are you gonna do about that, huh? Well, to that, the only answer I can give you is just don't spawn helicopters, right? Just don't spawn helicopters. But yeah, obviously sometimes you do have to, like this case. Since this is the Baltisk Peninsula, and there's a cap in the middle of the map. Well, not really in the middle, but at the edge of the map that is isolated from everything else. And normally people get there by using helicopters. And when I mention helicopters, like since both sides are US, you're probably gonna figure out that both sides of the map are gonna try their best to try to control it. So in a helicopter perspective, in the perspective of a helicopter, the sidewinders from the USMC is actually extremely efficient at dealing with killer eggs. I'm not saying that like what they can't do, but what they can do is with one sidewinder they can actually just snipe a killer egg straight out of the air instead of having two stingers trying to do it. They also have ECM of their own, so they can also kind of tank for enemy, tank enemy stingers when the killer eggs kind of just get two-tapped by stingers themselves. The other thing is that once you kind of like finish firing, like in this scenario, as you can see here, I'm trying to target the killer eggs instead of the actual helicopters, because the killer eggs themselves, they have 4 stingers each, and that's kind of the thing where you want to avoid like them going off at your helicopters, because they have such a big arsenal, or maybe like a payload of them. So as you can see here, I kind of killed the killer eggs, I guess. And then now if when my opponents are out of their own sidewinders, then now my friendly killer eggs can go in and kill them. But it turns out I think our opponents called out more helicopters, so yeah, we ran out of bullets, and now it's kind of going to be a bit difficult to take the island back. So I guess you really do need to invest in more helicopters at the start if you do want to take the island, that is. In the meantime, I'm being assigned to the B cap, and the B cap is like the very awkward spots of the map. I say this because for not only for my side, also for my opponent's side, this is a cap where you still have to like cross a small clearing in order to get into position, and inside the cap it's basically like a hot pot, you know. Well, maybe not a hot pot, but like it's like a grill. Yeah, since my audience is mainly of people from the Americas, yeah, I'll probably just say like a hot grill or a barbecue, you know, I'm pretty sure no one really has had the experience standing on a grill before, but just by pure guessing, I would say that it's pretty hot and it's not really fun to stand on it. The main reason is because once you get into that position, it's kind of hard to get out, and you're gonna eat a lot of artillery that comes in the meantime. So you'll see a bit later in this match, but for now, it seems that my opponent is also a Stryker Marine player, so it's going to be a complete mirror match here. And a new combo that I discovered recently is having Marines and Marine Raiders stuck inside one of these pemmets, and then you'll be able to have, well, how many people is that even? Like, let me think, 27 people, 27 dudes in one truck. Very nice. And it's only like, the truck itself is only 5 points more expensive, and you can just carry an even like larger amount of infantry, which is actually quite nice. But again, you do kind of sacrifice a little bit of anti-armor support. And for now, it seems like we've lost stage. It seems like we don't really have control of, we're not going to be able to hold it at all. So we'll just focus on holding a BCAP ourselves. In the meantime, our opponent did manage, or like is already getting one of the key units that will help my opponent contest a BCAP, and also me, because I also have a CATFAE. And that is, well, basically I just mentioned the name of it. It's a CATFAE, well, no shit. And basically, what happens here is, I think he accidentally nicked my my what do you call it again? Like, he nicked my supplies that I was resupplying on, so yeah, it's not really gonna work out for me to resupply really close to the cap. And now my opponent is pushing his infantry up on this hill, and this hill is not great. Like, not great if my opponent gets into it, and also not great if I put too much infantry in it, because it's in CATFAE range, and obviously I could also CATFAE it myself, but it's just gonna be kind of weird if I end up like not putting any infantry in it. It's also a great spot for recon, but for now, since it's occupied, I don't think like I should be putting my recon infantry in there. Otherwise, like, they're just gonna get blasted by a bunch of crayon eaters. So for now, we'll just start getting our own infantry. As you can see, this is my second blob of what do you call them? USMC, like Marines and Marine Raiders. We're also going to try to drop a scout team at the very far edge of the H cap, attempting to take it back. In the meantime, we did manage to spot our opponent's snipers that were just right here, but there was also a Booker backing it up. And now that it jumps behind the building, it's going to be like it's going to take a while. It's actually going to be quite difficult to even try to get those snipers in the first place. But actually, if you've noticed these buildings are actually quite nice, because they offer you some kind of cover as long as your opponent doesn't put infantry in them that can deal with your trucks. But they're just generally really nice to have. Unfortunately, there's the Booker right there is just fucking me in the head and right now, and there's not much I can do about it because it's just right there, you know. And I kind of have to run away from that Booker, because if I had two healthy MGSs, then that would have been fine. Sniper also gets picked off at the other side, but we're just trying to clear this sniper out before having the enemy Booker trying to screw me over. But unfortunately, I don't think that's really going to work out for me. So the opening of this game has not been ideal, having to deal with two Bookers. I mean, to deal with one Booker alone and losing like so many units is just not worth it at all. Also pushing his own infantry in my face. So I'm just gonna have to get my own stuff up and ready. Also, maybe hopefully try to clear this this tree line out, because this is allowing my opponent to just walk in here is definitely not good, because that means that he can just waltz down with his infantry and threaten my you can call it an FOB, right? A FOB. So we're just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna walk in because we can tell that we have more infantry than our opponents do, at least for now. But again, at the end of the day, this is a Marine mirror, so maybe if we have like a bunch of Marine Raiders outside, like all of our Marine Raiders and Marines deployed, then it's probably gonna be pretty disgusting as for a fist fight. That Sex Eagle tried to snipe my pack, which is actually quite common for people, or like for people who are aware of where my you know, punishing where my units were and just throwing a Sex Eagle at it. It does happen quite frequently. So, but thankfully we did manage to get the trade off. In the meantime, our Marine Raiders is mingling with, it seems like, a lot of infantry squads in that tree line. I think 3 or 4. So yeah, those guys are definitely not going to be okay. But we're going to get our own CATFAE in position hopefully very soon, and also going to have to send another squad of Marines and Marine Raiders try to deal with these folks. As you can tell for now, the only downside for my opponent here is that I can damage, or like I can basically hit my opponent's units, or like trade with them at least, and then he'll eventually like lose health, and then he has to pull back, right? For me, it's a bit closer for me. Like all I have to do is to just get down from this hill into this bush, and I'll find some supplies there. And for him, he kind of has to cross this road, and it's going to take much longer for him than it is going to be for me. And right now, this Marine Raider, as you can see, is living on 1 HP, and I think they made it. So, and then now it's my turn to push him with a very healthy squad of Marines, and also Marine Raiders, and like 2 squads of Marines. So definitely not going to be ideal for my opponent. We do manage to catch a stray booker, you know, out in the bush, as well as we try to contest for it, and have 2 Marine squads walking at him. We also do manage to get the booker in the end, and also finally, kind of maybe push our opponents out of this cap after killing a couple more units here. Yeah, definitely these 4 squads are not healthy at all. Infantry are probably not very oh, and it turns out there was a Comanche in the back. Unfortunate. Yeah, these guys snuck through after taking control of H. Oops, not saying that like we couldn't do so on our side, but it seems like we were more focused on our side of the map, which is where the main battle was. As you can see, it's kind of like a what would you call this? It's kind of like a is it a jigsaw? Oh, what is it called? Like the thing in playgrounds. Jigsaw, yeah. No, it's not a jigsaw. That's a puzzle. Okay, I don't remember what the thing's called, but it's basically like a plank, and then there's something in the middle, and then 2 kids sit on each side. That thing. So, or maybe a better way to call this would be probably a tug of war. You know? Okay, yeah, I think that's it, guys. Okay, forgive me for my shitty English, but yeah, like when you play as Marines, the thing that like the fight eventually breaks turns out to be a tug of war, where like both sides try to contest for like just 1 bush, and then we also have CATFAE dunking it onto that said bush along with some other stuff. And sometimes it takes a bit of like, you could be lucky. Sometimes it's like, okay, do I have better artillery? Do I have oh, that was so unlucky though, nailing my Marine Raiders right there. But then the most important part about this is, I think, is definitely trying not to lose your units while trying to deal damage to your opponents at the same time. This is like some philosophy, or like maybe you'll even say, Court, stop pulling the Sun Tzu shit every single time. But again, like this does seem to be a quite honest way of putting it, you know? Like like at the end of the day, okay, another unlucky pack 2 gets sniped along with my CATFAE, I believe, or my CATFAE survived, I do not know. But yes, for both of us, for both teams, this tree line is extreme. Like for our opponents, like this tree line and this tree line gets artillery quite frequently if you do seem to have a bit of experience in this game. And for us, it's like these two tree lines that get artilleryed, especially MLRS, quite frequently because it's basically in my opponent's face, no? And for us right here, I'm trying to stop my opponents from getting even more smalls and marine squads into this. And I'm like, holy brother, there really is simply like it does kind of devolve into a match where like both sides try to just spam infantry and then like blob infantry, kind of like Code 3. People say that this game is like Company of Heroes 3 sometimes, but again there still are a bit differences, you know, that game and this game. Even though I'm pretty sure people who have played this game are also familiar with what Company of Heroes 3 or 2 have to offer. I do like that game myself. I've played 2 quite a lot, and it's very detailed. Ooh, that sniper cruise was... I mean, the cruise missile and the sniper was pretty smart on my opponent. Also does seem to tell me that there is a sniper squad nearby there as well. Otherwise, he would not have cruise missiled it. But since my sniper died, you know, the first thing that you do is probably get another sniper squad. But you know, like, we can wait for that for now. There's only 1 minute left on the clock for the end of the first phase, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to take control of B. But never mind, it seems like this is a bit difficult considering there is a lot of infantry inside these buildings. Right here, I'm not gonna be able to tell whether I can take B or not, but at least maybe. Okay, yeah, that is a lot of marine teams. Yeah, with 37, 36, 35 minutes on the seconds on the clock, and with our opponent trying to reinforce B cap even more, I think it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But instead, yeah, we'll probably have to wait for the next phase for it to end. I also noticed that, or at least I think, maybe next, what do you call it again? Like, in the next, in Broken Arrow 2.0, you know, I heard that there's going to be a new point system, or a way to calculate your contribution to the game, or so I heard. So maybe there's going to be something different, not sure. I think the tank shot my Booker again. It survived on 1 HP, quite lucky for me. Also sniping enemy tanks on the other flank from this side of the map. It's actually quite interesting that this small hill can actually influence both B and C cap. Unfortunately, it immediately gets taken out by our opponent's F-35. I think smoking up there certainly would have helped me, but on the other hand, I didn't really see the plane coming in the first place, so I guess that's not gonna happen. So for us, at least, this game is so far has not been doing too well for me. I have been losing units, obviously, but I've also been trying to take out my opponent's infantry and like vehicles. But for now, we do manage to have 2 CATFAEs on the field, and they're going to be really crucial this game, helping us taking control and holding B if our opponents ever decide to push units into the cap itself. We're also going to try our best to sneak supplies into our like right behind B, so hopefully we can resupply our infantry not too far away, but like not too far away from the cap. And as you know, logistics is already something that is quite important when it comes to things like these. And we also, I think, we just killed an AMPV over there. Yeah, like by having supplies nearby, as long as our opponents doesn't know. This is something that I've been doing a lot, using mortars to smoke my opponent's vision so that I can just sneak a supply truck. Hopefully he doesn't spot it, or he doesn't know where the things went. And I say that, but Like, you never know, right? You never know what my opponents are doing. Maybe he has a sniper somewhere, like, over here. In these buildings, because if they're in these buildings, then they would obviously be able to spot the stuff here, unless I smoke, like, very close to the road. Which basically, covers my truck's approach. But because my teammates are actually doing quite well over there in the A cap, I think that this is the reason why I could manage to sneak this up behind B cap. Fortunately, there was another sniper squad. I mean, I think it's the same sniper squad that I failed to kill somewhere around here, and I just couldn't find it yet after leaving it on 1 HP. So I think I do need to either CATFAE or do something else. But for now, at least the start of the second phase, we are trying to... Oh, but we do manage to find a couple juicy targets over there left over in the bush that our opponent's AVP left alone, like left behind after being destroyed by our own CATFAE. And I think that's probably going to be the formula of this match. You know, you'll see that both sides are trying to take control of the B cap and having... Oh, that was very unlucky. That F-35 was very nasty. But we do manage to get it back, kill the F-35 in return. Something about the Pack 2 that I... Oh, but we do find the snipers finally. That I guess he was just caught off guard over there, but at least that means that our snipers can push into like get into even trickier positions here without being spotted. So... Oh wait, what was I even talking about before? Oh yeah, about the Pack 2. So, I've noticed people like wonder or like ask questions about, okay guys, why, okay, this artillery is counter barraging our Pack 2, so thankfully we moved both of those packs. Always a nice thing to move every single one of your units. We're right now currently trying to hold the B cap, but unfortunately, I don't think we managed to hold it in the end. Our Marines also got caught out after I failed to utilize my smoke at all. Right now we're just gonna smoke myself and let a CATFAE do a quick burst. Maybe not. Yeah, I guess not. Oh, and my snipers died again because of an MLRS. Unlucky. That was not even aimed for me. But in the meantime, you know, we did get a little bit of support from the guy who used to be an A. I do appreciate it. And we're just gonna have to put off our opponents. That was also very unlucky. I bet my opponents probably did manage to spot the supply drop in the end, but not only is our Stryker RV who just arrived on the front disabled, so is our Booker that is actually taking a lot of damage from one lucky cluster MLRS. So I think they're currently, like, this is laser. This is definitely laser, as you can see the MLRS curve, but you probably didn't spot my Stryker RV, so I guess it's kind of lucky that it's still alive even in the first place. Right now we're trying to, I guess my teammate DOS, I think this is his alt account, I don't know, I have no idea, but thanks to him, he's taking the fight to our opponent and bought me a bit of time with my own units so I could resupply them, and also save a couple units on the front that you know, doesn't look too healthy. So, turns out there was a resupply point for tank, like where opponents were resupplying their tanks in. And yeah, well, this is also a bit unfortunate. I mean, I guess it was pretty obvious when I sent a lab AD in, but again, the lab valve, that was for resupplying. So I guess I can't be too cheeky about it, but still good enough for myself to put a force recon squad over there, just to spot things, nothing particular. The CATFAE is going off at where my opponents are trying to hide their units behind those trees. I mean, I guess. gonna artillery that, counter artillery that MLRS, and have the tow teams over here try to kind of, you know, if our opponents do happen to push a tank over here down this corridor, they're going to be faced with 2 tow teams. Not to say that it's going to be very helpful against like an actual Booker or something, because if a Booker shows his front armor, probably at most going to deal half its HP pool, but it's going to blast both the tow teams. So yeah, definitely just some kind of defense that I could only hope that would save my myself from being railed by one Booker. In the meantime, this is definitely a laser, as you can see from the trajectories of this, so we can only say that there probably is a sniper here, or maybe in this building, but that's maybe a bit too close. Maybe in this building right here. And sometimes when that happens, you kind of just have to keep, but turns out, yeah, there was something else right here. there was in fact a Marine and small team right there, so definitely could be a what do you call it, like a sniper team somewhere nearby. As for this, oh my god, smoke, run away. It's gonna have to hope that Booker is gonna stay alright. It's gonna be alright. Turned out we did manage to take back the H island, not the Epstein island, definitely not what it's called. Just going to quickly CATFAE that building, but maybe also could cruise miss out in the meantime. But I guess we did not manage to get anything fruitful, to say the least. Oh, that double CJ is still very nasty. I mean, sometimes, like, when you're busy microing other things, right, like, you just don't see it, and it just ends up killing your units. As for this, whatever this is my my attempt at trying to use the optics of a Stryker RV, along with this javelin from another Stryker vehicle that can keep up with it, and I'm gonna combine those two together, and then I'm just gonna try to use the double javelin, like 2 javelins, to cheese my opponent's vehicles if they get caught out in the open. Obviously, they're gonna be my opponents at this like skill level is probably just gonna know better, and they're just gonna immediately smoke up their vehicles, which is okay, you know, which is totally fine, because the purpose of these 2 vehicles combined together is to simply just force a smoke or maybe hit an APS charge. And as you know, these vehicles have 4 javelins each vehicle, or like 4 javelins per resupply, so they definitely will have oh, that is a very nasty F-35. I can only say that I did not manage to finish it when it went for my friendly packs. I think there used to be 4 packs out in the open, now there's only 1 left, so yeah, kind of unlucky. Yeah, like these 2 javelins, I've been trying to make them work. I kind of did not make them work in the meantime, but yeah, like that was the idea. But I don't think they're gonna be working that great in this map, because they are, like, as you can see right here, these buildings and these buildings and these buildings, along with this crossroads, is basically obscured. Like the vision is obscured by a lot of like residential areas, to say the least. And so yeah, like maybe not on this map, but I do like to take it out for a spin, just to piss people off, and because it does actually have really good range for a ATGM. A bit less than a TOW and a Cornet, but still good enough for it to even threaten tanks as well. Gonna use that CATFAE, bring another CATFAE, use my double CATFAE. To have them try at least to like artillery B before my opponent's infantry even gets into it. Also just gonna resupply my tows and yeah, get everything back in the front. So for me right now, I think is to definitely hold B, and but with what though? It's probably gonna be the most important thing is obviously gonna be the CATFAE itself. But like sometimes if it gets counter artilleried or something bad happens, like I'm pretty sure counter artillerying is the thing. But you kind of just need to keep it safe. Sometimes even firing too much too long is like is a bad thing for it, because like, you know, if my opponent does happen to have an F-35, as you can see right here, oh, he probably would have went for it. Then he probably would have went for my CATFAE. The only reason he didn't go for that CATFAE is because there were more juicier targets that my opponent spotted, but unfortunately failed to one shot because they moved at the last second. So yeah, firing too long from a CATFAE or a TOS does kind of make you prone to artillery and especially airstrikes. And I believe my recent multicam video, or like the, what's it called again? Combat comm? Sorry, I should not used to this name yet. I'm still more used to High Elo Heist, but yeah, as you can see, I did use my F-35 to punish my opponent's what do you call it? Like HIMARS when they were firing. So I guess like it's a matter of luck again, I guess, because like HIMARS only shoot 6 missiles and then they're off. But yeah, if you just happen to have a plane nearby when it's firing, then yeah, it's certainly gonna get punished. So, oh, it turns out there was another Comanche in the back, and help! Oh my god! Oh, I did lose a helmet in the meantime. Definitely not worth it. And guys, don't do this at home. But I think I lost my Hornet. Yeah, it crashed into. Okay, but it did crash into the building. But on the other hand, my opponents did not get the kill for my my Hornet. So yes, maybe I lost 360 or 70 points for this, but I killed the Comanche, and that's okay. If any of you here were like from the StarCraft ages, you know, like back in your day, you definitely know about a certain someone trying to use, what was it called again? Like he had a carrier and then he just rammed it into like a Zerg hive or something. Good times, man. Oh, but yeah, as you can see right here, the CATFAE is actually coming in quite clutch, trying to kind of soak up some damage for infantry trying to get into B. Right now we're just using the double javelin to just push our opponent's HCs behind. As you can see here, it is taking a bit too much damage. The smoke does save it. Unfortunately, the second javelin kind of misses at the last second as we retreat. Another MLRS also snipes the Booker that's currently retreating with its, unfortunately catching it with its rear armor. But as you can see, that both of my CATFAEs are going off into the B cap. We do manage to have more infantry spread out across the cap. So even until the end of this phase, as our opponents try to sneak, or not try to sneak, this is he's pushing here, like, right? Like this is 2 truckloads of AVPs along with even more SF infantry. But yeah, I think the key part here was the CATFAEs having them slow down the first wave of infantry, and our opponents taking a bit too long to get their infantry into the second, like the you know, their second wave of infantry. But yeah, they did manage to get into B at the end. And also there's a tank gone loose right now. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I do have a Forcon nearby. Just hopefully they make it here in time. Just gonna keep both my CATFAEs in a good spot so that they don't get taken out. Oh, okay, very nice back shot from the Force Recon. Yeah, the CATFAEs here definitely did play a pretty crucial role when it comes to defending the B cap. So guys, if you're in doubt, just bring double CATFAEs, right? Just bring double CATFAEs. Surely. Oh wow, okay, very nice yoink on the RC. But in the meantime, yeah, like, you know, always remember to get a couple sniper squads out if your previous sniper squads have unfortunately met their demise. Now, something else that I think I could not. Whoa, look at that! I think we just killed a bunch of stuff there with like 3 different people MLRSing that building. Not building, that tree line. Very, very beautiful to see. Definitely don't see it every day. Use the Stryker ESV to... Well, it's kind of weird because technically I should be using the Stryker RV to spot for itself, but I guess it doesn't really mind. Oh, we do spot a CATFAE in the meantime. And it dies. Very nice. But unfortunately there was another run! There's another Comanche in the back line. We don't even know where it came from, but we did manage to... There was actually a Trooper A of some sort just sitting right there. Very nice. So we're just gonna... Okay, we do manage to kill the Comanche before it deals too much damage. We can also resupply the HIMARS. And also set up a new CATFAE after resupplied. I think if you really want to counter this setup though, because it's quite obvious that at this point in the game, as long as my opponent tries to push into B, because like I have control of it right now, right? Basically what I'm going to do is all I have to do is to just pre-fire my CATFAEs at this cap. So what my opponent probably could do was, instead of counter artillerying that bush after I fire, is to just save it for the next push, like right before, just artillery the bush that I'm going to fire my CATFAEs out from. But sometimes I can, like, this is a bit, like, it's not that easy to replicate. So I guess, like, I could also move my CATFAE somewhere else, like even here. I could have different spots. I could sit inside this bush. I could stay here, but it's a bit risky here. I could be here, so sometimes you never know, right? Sometimes you never know. I think I just changed the, I think I just let it aim somewhere else instead of just firing on the Marine Raiders, because this is really too close. Like, I could potentially snap a couple backs of the combat engineers over there, but again, both my CATFAEs are up and online once again, and I think we will... Oh, okay, that was unlucky. I think I let 2 of my vehicles sit here for a bit too long, under in vision for my opponents. In the meantime, I have no idea, like, bro, I am completely clueless. Like, both of my sniper teams are just getting absolutely blasted right there. And also did not have smoke. Oh, but the cat, well, I guess the CATFAE is the only thing that I care about. The CATFAE itself did manage to kill a couple more infantry squads, and... Oh! Okay. That was a very close harms that almost hit my Pack 2. Right now we have both Pack 2s on the field once again. I think this one was stuck in base because of the Comanche rush. And the CATFAE counter barrage, the counter barrage of the CATFAE ended up missing again because I moved right after the, like, just remember to shift key, guys. Just, after you have the artillery barrage going, just remember to hold shift and then right click somewhere else. It's very simple. But in the meantime, since I am receiving a bit more support from, or maybe it is a 2v2 in BCAP somehow. That's actually quite scary. Look here, that's 2 Marine squads. Holy! Oh wait, this is the fun part of this game. Yeah, you guys should see how this works out. Okay, I'm gonna toss a smoke here. The Hemet does get spotted by the set B2, so I'm just gonna hide it behind this not very safe hill, I guess. There's another tank right there. Our opponents are very interested somehow in utilizing tanks, so we'll show them a bit of the power of multiple crayons, shoving them into the the engines of this Abrams as we try to push our helmets into this guy's face. We unload the Marines and let him go. And then we lose the helmet, but that's fine, you know, like that's just part of the plan. Right here with the Marines, just right outside the smoke, just getting a very lucky engine crit on that ZB2, and then we're out, boys. Get out of there, run! So yeah, that's how you do it, I guess. That's how you do it. After immediately getting an engine crit on that Abrams, not the Abrams, but the ZB2, we're just gonna get the Marines out of there. Hopefully, I think 2 Marine squads cost like less than 200 points, which is definitely worth it for a V2. A stock, even a stock V2 is like how much? 250? I think it's 250 for like a completely new, like no upgraded, not upgraded. Yeah, like variant, but it's gonna have to continue to smoke our Marines outside here. They also have their own smokes, which is quite helpful sometimes, unfortunately. Oh, but we do get the ZB2 in the end, so that kill was probably, I mean, even if they were like completely stock, not CATFAE, ZB2s, and it would have been a good trade even if we lost to both the Marines. But the Marines themselves are tanky enough as a squad themselves to not die and get squad wiped, so we can get them back into like our supply point and get them back healthy, and so they can fight another day. I'm also going to use the what is it called again, the AVP, to just quickly take them to and from the resupply point, which is something that sometimes I don't get it. Like sometimes I see someone, they have this pilot at the edge of the map, and then they don't even use a helicopter. They just tell that guy, "You go back to the base, run!" Like they're in like basic training or boot camp or somewhat, and it makes no sense to me, man. Like, come on, you pay him so much, you spend so much money on him. What's wrong with another helicopter lift, right? But yeah, jokes aside. In the meantime, we're trying to push back in to see. I think our teammates actually wanted to nuke it at some point, but that's fine, you know, because do not fear. A CATFAE is here. Yes, that was a plan. The CATFAE itself was a kind of, I mean, I could just obviously move it over and just start blasting at sea, but for some reason this game at the end of the map, unlucky, bros. Okay, so that's what happens. At least what happened to me when the F-35 even got away. Yeah, I guess like even after like moving the pack right away, I guess like you could, the only thing that you can try to do is to move it right after firing, but if your opponent wants it dead, it's gonna die, and not much I can do about that. But you know, at least we tried, you know, gotta get points for it. In the meantime, our opponents are indeed pushing the D point at the B point. So I have a CATFAE firing inside the C cap. This one is a creeping barrage, so it's gonna spread from the left side of C all the way to the right side of C. As we actually managed to kill a couple more units there. Okay, all of a sudden I don't think it's a line barrage. I don't think it's a creeping barrage. I think it's a line barrage that is. Okay, it actually killed a bunch of it. It killed everything. It killed everything in C that was half HP and was just hanging there, not being resupplied properly. So very nice, very nice. CATFAE on our end. But also, I don't think it was a full barrage. It was like 2/3 of their magazine. So very lucky to say the least. Unfortunately, more resupplies came over to help C-Cap in defending. As for us right now, we're trying to hold B, but it seems like it's not. They're pushing with artillery and everything. In the meantime, we do spot the SEP V2 or V3 with trophy, and that is a very juicy target. Just gonna see what we can do here. Get a really gotta line up that strike really quick. And I think he moved last second. We did not get the kill, and we lost the plane. So kind of unlucky. I also lost my hammers as it was trying to. It was only firing halfway. So yeah, Baltisk is a map where you can really easily punish your opponent's packs for being too like being on the front, and there's nothing wrong with that really. It's just the nature of the map. Like it goes both ways. I could bomb my opponent's pack, so can my opponent bomb me. So yeah, that's how it usually should go. In the meantime, oh, okay, no, get out of there. There are 3 dudes on the B cap somehow. No clue where they came from, but certainly not the best. There's only 3 minutes left. We did manage to get a juicy 5-point lead in the first 2 phases of the match. So if we do manage to lose the B cap and let our opponents control it, well, they need to take 2 more caps in order for them to get 1 tick, and then they also need another, maybe 1,000 kills, which actually, from the looks of it, okay, it does look like it's gonna happen, and there's another Comanche coming from the back line. Run! Yeah, for now. Oops, smoke the CATFAE. You know, sometimes I think the CATFAE and the TAWs, they probably don't need smokes, man. Why do they even have smokes? That makes them, like, if they're in trouble, just smoke them up, right? You'll be fine. Regardless, B is currently being overran by perhaps a bit too many infantry squads right there. And the best I could probably do is... probably try to just push my infantry in. I think that's exactly what I did. Actually, that is exactly not what I did. I just moved my... Yeah, I just moved my booker away from the cap. In the meantime, there was, in fact, a... what do you call it again? An Abrams over there. It's gonna get a quick smoke. Also, another CATFAE going off inside the B cap as our opponent tries to desperately hold the B cap, but ending up having a bit too many units inside the cap itself, and our CATFAE's nearby is just gonna be very cheesy at trying to, just chip away at their HP pools as my booker swoops in from the sides and takes out all the CQC infantry right here, and we get some cheeky resupply points up here in the front once again. And now with 1 minute left on the clock, this is just gonna be blobbing my units right inside of the BK, like trying to reverse blob my opponent. We'll see how that goes. As in the meantime, oh my, that is 2 CQC squads. But we do manage to smoke them up in the end, so... Oh, that booker was 1 HP, holy. Yeah, sometimes, you know, like, unexpected things happen. For example, a friendly, what do you call them again? A bit of friendly support. We did get over, we did have like more opponents here at some point in the match, right? So surely we should get some support in return. We're just gonna get like a bit of cruise missile help from my teammates. And with 45 seconds left on the clock, unfortunately it was completely overran in the meantime, and even though we did manage to decap B, I think they're coming for more. Oh, my broken arrow, man, broken arrow, brothers. It's so over. So yeah, 31 seconds left. So the cap actually takes about 10 seconds or so to control, and for us right now it's kind of, oh, okay, yep, lost the what do you call it again, the high bars, unfortunately. But yeah, 14 seconds left, and right now all you have to do is just sit inside the cap, and yeah, at this point we're good. 6 seconds left. Our opponent still has not been able to take care of our booker along with their Lav AD. Lavel. The Lavel holds the line until the very end. So yeah, guys, I would say this is a very, I don't know, heated battle, to say the least, of Broken Arrow. I hope you guys enjoyed. Since this is like, some people find this boring, right? But you know, I had a lot of fun when I played. So let's give you a quick screenshot, or maybe review. And I think it should be called a screenshot of my CATFAE's performance this match. Come on, please scroll down, scroll down. I'm talking to the corn from the past, you know, like, scroll down, scroll down. Oh, there we have it, there we have it. Okay, keep going, keep going. Oh, CATFAE value. Oh, CATFAE value. Oh, look at that. So, yeah, look at that CATFAE value, man. Like, some people ask me, Corn, why don't you play nukes? I still don't have the nuke achievement. Yeah, man, why nuke when you have the CATFAE? Just use it as at the right time, and you're gonna be chilling. Obviously, this was not the this was against an opponent where I actually met a couple games later, and I ended up being trashed in return. So, yeah, like the CATFAE is definitely not fun to play against, and I guess they're probably gonna nerf this thing at some point in the future. I don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, because this is still a very, like, even though it does seem quite costly, it's extremely good, and I do recommend you guys use it. I also do plan on making a video for how to use the CATFAE / the McClick, but we'll see. I have a lot of plans. I also need to make a new Slander video that I agreed to make like a couple of weeks, maybe a month ago, but I still haven't done so. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching today's video of High Elo Heist. The heist is, in fact, a success. And I'll see you guys in the next one, alright? So stay safe, be happy out there, and bye-bye.